YouTube, what up? Today we're gonna be reacting to Trap Lord Ross's documentary about the Meek Mill Diddy situationship. I'm gonna be posing as Meek Mill's defense attorney in this hypothetical court.
Good evening. Today I'll be defending my client, Meek Mills, otherwise known as Meek Millions, against the diddling allegations. He didn't get diddled. He didn't do no diddling. He's an innocent man.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work.
Your Honor, my client was putting in work in the studio. It was the work he was putting in the studio, not in the bedroom.
Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
So today, we're taking a closer look into the bizarre and sus relationship between Meek Mill and Diddy to determine if they were truly just industry friends and mentor-mentee as they claimed, or perhaps if something more intimate was happening behind closed doors, and sometimes seemingly even.
That's preposterous. Strictly platonic. Just a friendship, nothing more.
The singer Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie, today filing suit against ex-boyfriend Sean Combs.
P. Diddy accused of assault by producer Lil Rod. Put up the picture for him ass.
Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper 5, that's redacted. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
Your Honor, my client is from Philadelphia. He did date Nicki Minaj. Any other questions?
This is saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the me? Like, I can't even imagine such debauchery and such happening to a gangster rapper like me.
That's just hearsay. That's all he said. He didn't provide any evidence. Just word of mouth. Not substantial whatsoever.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy.
Daddy is a term of endearment. That's something you call your close friends, your close brothers, your best friends, the homies. What up, Daddy? How you feeling today, Daddy? You putting in that work, Daddy? That's normal behavior right there. There's nothing wrong with that.
You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy party. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
You see, Sean Diddy the Diddler Combs has long positioned himself as hip-hop's ultimate gatekeeper, the kingpin who could make or break careers with a single cosign. So for young artists, getting Diddy's attention was a golden ticket to exclusive circles, tight circles, industry connections, and the kind of mentorship that no streaming revenue could buy. And for a street rapper like Meek Mill, fresh out of prison on weapons and drug charges, Diddy may have represented a bridge between the block and the boardroom. The timing of their connection couldn't have been more perfect for Meek. For one, he was still relatively unknown outside of Philadelphia's underground scene.
Your Honor, this is the work my client has been putting in. This is what Diddy referenced at the pool.
These early public appearances established a pattern that would define their relationship for years to come. Unlike typical industry networking, where artists might take a quick photo and move on, Meek and Diddy seemed to genuinely enjoy each other's company. Then in 2015, Meek would level up big time, landing one of the biggest female rap and pop stars ever, Nicki Minaj, as both his collaborator and his girlfriend. But then, in January 2017, Meek and Nicki would officially call it quits, causing one of the first major L's for the Philly rapper in the public eye. However,
that's not a L. People break up. People move on to bigger, better things. I think it's a W that he even got her in the first place. But a L for them breaking up? No. Like, come on. People break up. People move on.
Diddy was helping Meek get over his heartbreak, and the two were popping up everywhere together, popping bottles in VIP, hanging out in pools, and popping out at events. To the public eye, they were just two hustlers who had beaten the odds, one from the crack era and one from the trap era.
I'm with Diddy on another level. Ooh, it's your birthday.
I done diddled the diddler, I done got him. Spied him, red dyed him.
What the public didn't fully understand at the time was how unusual this level of closeness was in the hip-hop and street cultures. The fact that Diddy and Meek were spending so much personal time together and appearing at each other's private events so often suggested a bond that transcended typical business relationships. On paper, it was the perfect alliance. However, in April 2019, we would see the first piece of evidence that their bond might have been something that the streets was not ready to hear about. At Coachella that year, Meek and Diddy rolled up looking like they shared.
Your Honor, this is mere coincidence. My client, Diddy, showed up to a party wearing matching shirts. They did not call each other up on the phone earlier that day to plan this matching outfit thing.
A move that seemed harmless at the time, but would later be labeled Exhibit A in the zesty courts of public opinion. The picture of their matching outfits quickly made its way online and started circulating across social media. At the time, it sparked some jokes, a few side-eyes, but nothing career-threatening. Just two rich dudes with the same stylist who couldn't keep their hands off each other, right? But the thing is, this wasn't just a one-off situation, and a month later, in May 2019, footage emerged from what seemed like a casual hangout at one of Diddy's properties. The video showed Meek taking a little dip in Diddy's pool, and the clip itself seemed innocent enough until Diddy spoke.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Diddy's word choice for Meek struck many.
Your Honor, my client was hot. He needed to cool off in the pool. As far as being called daddy, he technically is a daddy. He's a father. He has children. Okay? Let's move forward.
Viewers as unusual for a standard mentor-mentee relationship, or for a standard male friendship for that matter. But just like the matching fits in the photo, this footage made the rounds in the blogs, raising some eyebrows and causing relentless clowning. But it eventually disappeared into that internet graveyard where most celebrity content goes to die. But what no one knew at the time was that these seemingly innocent interactions would later come out in a much darker light. Platforms made up of the most dedicated internet sleuths like Lipstick Alley and Reddit were operating as a rumor mill, pumping out gossip that wouldn't see the light of day on Billboard until years later. These digital underground networks had been tracking patterns in celebrity behavior long before mainstream media.
Wait, chat, let's keep track of this. So Trap Lord referenced, I believe, two things that tie Meek Mill and Diddy in this sexual relationship. The first one, come on, it's the coincidental matching shirt fit, right? The second one, what is it? The pool thing. Like, okay, come on, these could be blown out of proportion. It does look crazy. Don't get me wrong. It looks crazy. This looks insane. It looks crazy, all right? But the evidence is not substantial.
Had caught on. Users would compile photo evidence, analyze social media interactions, and connect the dots that traditional journalism either missed or chose to ignore. The speculation ranged from subtle hints about their sexuality to theories that Meek and Diddy were genuinely lovers in a full-blown...
Your Honor, my client was in the dressing room, needed to take a selfie. He didn't want to move the chair. He'd rather turn his torso, keep his legs facing 90-degree angle from where his face was. That's a comfortability move, Your Honor.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
People just figured that Nicki was doing what Nicki does best, stirring the pot and keeping her name popping. While all this chatter was bubbling in the digital streets though, Meek was doing business as usual with Diddy. The man was still publicly stepping out with Puffy, appearing at his events and letting him play big homie in his career, and perhaps letting him play elsewhere.
Oh!
Now the countdown to catastrophe began in 2024 when security footage hit the internet showing Diddy assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway back in 2016. Visual confirmation of allegations that she had made in a lawsuit filed earlier. After Cassie's lawsuit, the floodgates were blown wide as a cheap twin's back doors.
I can't even drink water smelling this shit right now. Hold on. Need to let that shit pass. I can't even blame it on anyone. I live alone.
Described a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, allegedly having sexual...
My client pleads the fifth, Your Honor.
relations with Diddy. There was no direct name, no explicit accusation, but it really didn't take much for the internet to connect the dots and figure the description might well have been a flashing neon sign pointing at Meek Mill. Within hours, old trails of Meek and Diddy's bromance would surface online. That daddy comment in the pool, those
Yeah, might as well just have said Meek Mill, because Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. I mean, there's only one, right?
matching outfits, the constant appearances together, but this time it wouldn't be seen as two friends being overly close.
Who is that? This is what Diddy saw when he was recording Meek Mill in the pool. Oh, man.
It was now seen through a different and greasy lens, with people joking about Diddy being the dominant in their alleged relationship. Even Nicki's 2020 comment about undercover brothers in the industry resurfaced and went viral again.
I'm from Philly. I don't do coke or freaky blink molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. LOL, Your Honor, when my client said I'm coming, he meant that literally, physically, not sexually.
Fans cooked up AI-generated tracks with Meek's voice spitting bars about his alleged activities with Diddy.
Dream chasers. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street forever. The king of Philly. Cold heart song.
Memes flooded every social platform, with users getting increasingly creative in their mockery. One particularly viral meme made
Your Honor, relevance, this is all AI generated. It's all speculation.
By May, Meek had had enough. He would make what he thought was a smart move, unfollowing Diddy on Instagram, but it backfired completely. This apparent attempt to distance himself was actually seen as an admission of guilt.
So if you got like some tough that you have to do, keep it that way. Just stop snitching on yourself. Stop.
One thing about Ak, if you go at him, it's on for life. He reminds me of 50. Oh my God. The beef been going on for years. But I love how Ak just stands up for himself and doesn't tolerate, disrespect. That's dope to see, man. That's dope to see.
Telling the world you're greenlighting people and just do what you have to do. Because right now, like, when you say greenlighting, I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, yo, are you greenlighting?
Your Honor, my client's Instagram, it was hacked. He didn't write that. He didn't greenlight anyone.
Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper. 5, that's redacted. Look, 5, he's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. This saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the Meek?
Your Honor, my client was not fornicating with P. Diddy's.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
Meek and Diddy in matching fits? What are you talking about? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of like a daddy pose. Like, daddy.
I don't know what Meek was thinking. I don't know what my client was thinking when he put that shirt on. Oh my God.
You feel me?
Academics would flip Meek's aggression back on him quicker than Diddy flipping over Meek at a freak-off, suggesting that Meek was only angry before the speculation about his sexuality hit too close to home. What followed was an intense battle between the two on social media.
100K cash to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill name to the Diddy case. Overall, it's just public appearances that you've had with Diddy throughout the years. And these weird, awkward moments. Meek, it was your own doing, just being around him, but also perhaps your lack of communication with Diddy, because he seems super comfortable to say, call you daddy on camera. It does not look like you ever spoke to Diddy and let him know, hey, I appreciate you, but don't call me daddy. Makes me feel uncomfortable, this and that. I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with him like that about things you like and don't like. Yeah, it's just all of these pieces to make one whole that just tie you into the case, to Diddy's name and all of this.
For one, 50 Cent, who's been going at Diddy's neck for months over the allegations, immediately capitalized on the situation. 50 would post an AI-generated video showing Meek and Diddy in wigs, essentially laughing at Meek for trying to pay his way out of a situation that his own public behavior created. Even lesser-known personalities started getting their shots in too. Actor Julio McCollum.
Case solved, you can say. Oh my god.
Jumped on the bandwagon, responding to Meek's $100,000 tweet with the viral picture of him and Diddy twinning. At this point, the pattern was clear. The more Meek tried to deny, the more evidence of his seemingly bizarre relationship with Diddy kept surfacing. On November 19th, footage from Meek's 27th birthday party in 2014, hosted by none other than the Diddler himself, hit the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail revealed that Diddy had rented the Parisian Paris for $25,000 to throw an extravagant party for Meek, with masked dancers, lingerie-clad women, and men eating sushi off naked models. The property manager described the double fish buffet celebration as disgusting, claiming that there was cocaine like powdered sugar everywhere, along with used blood on the bedding and lubricant on the dressers and marble floors. Now for the record.
What? He claims people were eating sushi off naked women. That is disgusting. Doing cocaine? And there were bottles all over the place and blood stains in some of the bedrooms? Jason said, I thought it was powdered sugar everywhere. That's cocaina. I ended up with almost half an ounce of cocaine and different baggies left in the bedrooms. The bedrooms the following day were disgusting. Broken bottles of alcohol. Jesus Christ, Meek Mill, your 27th birthday party was a freak-off hosted and paid for by Diddy. Oh my goodness.
This shadow will likely hang over Meek's head for years to come, which just goes to show you that you can beat cases, survive beefs, and overcome industry obstacles, but you can't outrun your bad choices in who you associate with and what parties you go to. And even if it's all untrue, the unfortunate fact is, Meek Mill will never be able to erase the damage done to him by associating with the Diddler.
I think all in all, like, I don't believe Meek Mill to have a sexual relationship with Diddy. I just think it's bad coincidence after bad coincidence, and he needs some consulting when it comes to his public image, because he's putting himself in these predicaments that just make him look crazy. This is wild, though. Your Honor, I cannot represent my client anymore. Thank you.